Mark, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Yes, very good, mate.
Brilliant. It's a beautiful day here. We're really lucky to be at our Hartswood training facility, thanks to Reigate Grammar.
Yep.
Perhaps we could just start looking back at the season as a whole. How do you think it went in the end? We obviously finished 3 points off the top.
Yeah, such a mixed bag, really. Ultimately we finished 3 points from winning the title. All about, I guess, controllables, things that in your control, things out of your control. I think that's how you have to critique it all. Out of our control was those plethora of challenges before Christmas that were extraordinary. The list of which we've been through quite a bit, but I like to sort of, go back through them and, remind people. Josh Taylor, 16 games, and Dan Piper's the whole season, and Charlie Carter, obviously the awful situation at the worst time, 12 matches, and George's diabetes, and we had all these extraordinary problems on top of the normal injuries that before Christmas were. Did they cost us 4 points? Well, of course they did. Of course they did. Then we had that brilliant run, credit to the boys, and we put ourselves in with a great chance of then, we essentially recovered that position. We then just came up short with way too many draws, conceded in games with minutes on the clock, and those points even in the last 5-6 weeks would have been enough, wouldn't they? Even before the Bath debacle, the 2 points there, which would have seen us at home this week in the playoffs, if not next week. So there are controllables that we could have done better. I'm very proud of the club. We finished top scorers in the league, and it's our fourth. We've been in this league 4 times. We was winning it comfortably, and it got called off in COVID. And the other time we've been promoted once as the playoff winners, and this will be the 3rd time in 4 we've been in the playoffs. So that's brilliant success. We obviously, what drives this club on is we want the absolute cream of success, and we will never change that mindset. And we'll all judge ourselves, fans as well, will judge all of ourselves on that harshness of we must win. But in reality, off the pitch this year, we've done some amazing things. We were 3 points off winning the title. We had a very tough first half of the season. We scored the most goals in the league. And there's things we could have done better. So, mixed bag, really. What I'd say is that you are at the mercy of a funnel, bottleneck leagues with this one up. That is the bottom line. Congrats to Wrexham, by the way, but no surprise that Wrexham go from the National League into the Championship in 3 seasons, and the minute you get to League 2, it's 4 up, 3 automatic and a playoff. Similar for League 1 Championship, and there isn't a lot of free movement in these divisions. That is the bottom line, and I think the pyramid for English football is to be envied across the world, and it is envied, and it works brilliantly. But as you can see in the league above, who are campaigning for 3 up, you get bottlenecks, you get clubs that sometimes they think they failed. You look at the likes of Oldham and Halifax, Forest Green this year. Chesterfield was in that league, I think, don't quote me, 13 years. They're bottlenecked. And look at this division, Torquay United, Boreham Wood, Dorking Wanderers, Maidstone. You're going to have next year 7, 8, 9 teams in this division, and it's going to bottleneck again. To win a division, I've always said it, you have to just have a few things on your side. And with 1 up and then the lottery of the playoffs, it is difficult, and it does bottleneck. So does that mean failure if a club makes the playoffs in this division? and doesn't get promoted. Is that failure? It's probably failure only by the judgment of how many go up. You know, Wrexham are popping champagne galore because they finished second. So I think we need to be honest that whilst we wanted more in the ordinary season, and whilst if we ended up in this league again, I would absolutely say you will get more, no question. We have finished in the playoffs. We've had a lot of misfortune. Very proud of the lads and proud of the fans who have been just short of sensational, home and away. It's easy to say, but we've grown our crowds away and home this year in amidst a tough season, and we've made loads of learns as well on the field that we look to take forward as well. So yeah, I think it's a positive season, Eddie, to be honest, and it's not over. It's not over.
Absolutely. And now our full attention turns to the playoffs. How is the squad looking going into these crucial games?
Well, I mean, we've got a couple of knocks. Gallagher, Frankham have got knocks, so we'll see how they are this morning. But we've got a lot of boys that are fit. We're very fortunate. Got a big squad. I'm very confident in these boys. I'm very confident. Obviously, we know that football can go either way, and in Boreham Wood we're playing another bottleneck team. Very similar journeys as clubs. I've actually got an awful lot of respect for Boreham Wood and the Hunters and Luke. That they work relentlessly. It's a tireless task to own and run a club, and they own and run a club like me. Yeah, whilst, you know, full respect for Luke, full-time professional football club, I'm very confident in our boys. Our away record is formidable. I mean, very formidable. We're suited by the conditions. We're fortunate that they look after their pitch brilliantly. We'll go into the game full of confidence, 100%.
Absolutely. And do you change anything going into the playoffs preparation-wise, or is it just business as usual?
Yeah, I think we've spoken. You know, I think we've got more we can give, and I trust the boys. I think there's a big incentive. It's a big incentive to be on the bus on Friday to Torquay for what will be a sold-out game down there. We've got a really experienced squad. I think obviously we've vetoed what's happened. We are where we are now, and we're just looking forward to getting on with it. As always, yeah, we just want great officiating and a fair game, and may the best team win.
Yeah. Do you have an eye on Torquay at all, the semi-final, or is it full focus on Boreham Wood tomorrow?
I've got one eye on that, yeah, I think so. I think I've got one eye on the fact that I'd love to be involved in that game. I don't think the boys are looking beyond tomorrow, and our planning's done. The boys, you know, can't wait to play. We're in that fortunate position where we've had that sort of small lull, but these boys will be ready. I massively believe in them, and no matter what side we put out, I believe they'll win the game.
Yeah, I understand we got around 1,000 tickets allocated for Boreham Wood tomorrow. Yeah. How important is it to you that we get as many Dorking fans down there as possible? Because I think they really made a difference last time we played them, especially when they all went under that stand and noise.
Made a massive difference, yeah. I mean, listen, the fans have been all around the south of England all year. I mean, this is the one to be at, right? Let's win this one. Let's get on the bus for Torquay and pack that place out as well. But we need as many fans there as possible. Get round the M25. There's a really good train service that I got last time when the road was shut, that went direct from Sutton, that took about an hour. There's loads of ways of getting there. Boreham Wood are a very hospitable club, and we want to put as much money into the game and get the support there as we can. So it will make a huge difference. Please stand together and get behind the boys, and I'm sure the boys on a beautiful pitch will put on some kind of show.
Absolutely. Well, all the best of luck tomorrow, Mark.
Cheers, mate. See you there.
Live with the gaffer for his pre-playoff update. Mark, thanks for joining us. How are